Because your soul knows no limitations, but the world consistently tries to put limitations on us. But our soul truly knows no limitations. And so life is a journey. Life is a spiritual journey. Life is literally a school in and of itself. What's good, family? You're checked in with Ameer Naseer. As always, family, before I get started with today's video, I wish you all inner wealth, which we know is the overall state of our holistic health. So today's video, family, will be about the 9 dimensions of wellness. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with dimension number 1, cognitive. So this dimension of wellness refers to the state of our mental health. So it's important that we practice positive self-talk. It's important that we prioritize our mental well-being. It's important that we prioritize clearing our brain of any brain fog, clearing our mind of any negative thoughts, any negative beliefs or attitudes, because the state of our mental health is directly aligned with our physical health. When we're weak mentally, our body becomes weak. And so the first dimension of wellness, our cognitive dimension, also think of it as our mental health branch of wellness, is extremely important. And this leads me to the second dimension of wellness, which is our physical activity, our physical wellness. So family, it's important that we cherish and take care of the temples and the bodies that God has blessed us with as we navigate this physical experience. So creating a consistent workout routine, creating a consistent stretching routine. Stretching is just as important, if not more important than the actual workout routine. Without flexibility, without our joints and muscles, functioning properly, we're able to exercise. So this branch of wellness, it directly aligns with our physical well-being. So ensuring that we're exercising consistently, ensuring that we are stretching consistently, ensuring that we're getting the proper sleep. That still falls within the realm of our physical activity and physical health. And so when we take care of our body, we're taking care of our soul. And these first 2 dimensions of wellness are very closely aligned with your cognitive wellness and our physical wellness. These 2 are very aligned. And so now, family, I'll go on to the third dimension of wellness, which is spirituality. This dimension of wellness is by far my all-time favorite because this directly aligns with our relationship with God. So our relationship with God truly enhances and it determines the overall state of our spiritual health. Our spiritual health is an inside job, family. Remember, it requires us to go within for the answers. It requires us to seek God for guidance, to seek God for answers, to do the inner work, and to really peel any layers, within us that prevents us from being the best version of ourselves. This is all still related to our spiritual health. It's related to doing the work so that we can spiritually free ourselves from this matrix. So again, our spiritual health is extremely important. Our relationship with God, the Most High, the Creator, it's extremely important, and it is extremely crucial in how we would navigate our time here on Earth. And so, again, the first 3 dimensions I reviewed so far would be number 1, we went over our cognitive wellness, cognitive health. Number 2, we went over our physical wellness. And then I just wrapped up our spiritual wellness. So going on to the 4th dimension of wellness, family, this will be our social wellness. So social wellness is this dimension of wellness is extremely important as well because it correlates and is directly aligned with our environment, family. So our environment is extremely important when we think about our evolution as human beings, when we think about our growth over time, when we think about our external influences. So your environment, and as I said in the previous video, think about the 5 people you're closest to, and that will allow you to reflect on your current circumstances, and you're able to determine whether or not you are in alignment, whether the people around you are in alignment with where you are, where you're going, and where you see yourself in the future. And so our social environment is important, because if we're around people, and this goes for family, friends, relatives, even romance, but if we're around people who are stagnant, if we're around people who have limiting beliefs, negative beliefs, or around people who do not have a set goal or a plan in life to just be to become better, or to consistently evolve or work towards a purpose that is greater than ourselves, we will become like those who we surround ourselves with. If you're around people who are still, as time goes on, you'll eventually wake up and see that you're still with them. If you're around people that are still doing the same thing, clubbing, partying, and wasting their time smoking, drinking, doing things that promote death rather than life, over time you'll find yourself continuing indulgence in these things that promote death rather than life. So your social environment is key, because the social environment also has the potential to either hold resources for you or be a detriment to your purpose, be a detriment to your health and your evolution as you navigate your experience in this physical realm. And so again, family, remember our social environment is another dimension of wellness that is extremely important regarding our overall growth and evolution over time as we navigate this physical realm and work to consistently show up as our best selves daily. All right, family. Dimension number 5 of our wellness will be creativity. Creativity it just takes the cake regarding our wellness. Creativity can be anything from writing to singing to photography to painting, all different forms of art. It really aligns with what our soul wants to express, what our soul wants to put out to the world, what our soul wants to communicate with other people on earth, with humanity. Our creativity is very therapeutic. You know, there are many people who use different forms of art as therapy. Music is a proven therapy. You have music therapy, and you know, so on and so forth. So everyone is creative. Everyone is a creative. It is just a matter of learning what aspect of creativity or what is our language of creativity. But everyone is creative. Everyone has something that they can do that is symbolic of their creative pursuits. Some that may be writing. The next person, their creative outlet might be singing. Another person's creative outlet might be drawing. Another person's creative outlet might be painting, and so on and so forth. And you understand the point I'm emphasizing here. But creativity is a way for us to release what our soul feels internally, to express ourselves, and to convey meaningful messages and share with others in humanity and society. And so this is also another one of my favorite dimensions of wellness is creativity, because creativity is what keeps us living. It what keeps us going. And if you think about how we are when we're first born and when we first come into this realm, as children, we're full of creativity. We're full of life. We're full of ideas. We want to explore. We want to learn. We want to grow. We're very imaginative. It's like we're in a complete state of, imagination, and we don't see any limits. We don't see any barriers. We don't see any boundaries, because that's not what we think when we're first brought to this physical realm. But as we navigate through society, as we continue to mature and become young adults and then continue to live life, it's as if every stage of our journey, you have society, the matrix, trying to put limitations on you, trying to put limiting beliefs on us, trying to pretty much trying to, yes, put limiting beliefs on us, trying to indoctrinate us with, false beliefs as well, and false indoctrination. And so when you think about this, it then strips some of us of our creativity that we once had when we were in our youth. And now you have some adults who may have, lost touch with their childhood dreams, or lost touch with their childlike energy and aura, all because of what the matrix expects of people, and societal expectations and societal markers of success. So don't ever lose your creativity. It is your gift to this world, and we need your creativity, because no one can create like you. No one can create like you. You are unique, and there isn't another copy of you. There isn't another replication of you on earth. So your creativity is needed, no matter how much it is, indescribable to people, no matter whether people understand it or not. Your creativity is still needed, because there's an audience for each and every one of us. There's a community for each and every one of us. There's a message that each and every one of us holds on a different, a variety of aspects of our lives that can touch someone, that can heal someone, that can save someone. So don't ever shy away from using your creativity, because it is what keeps the world spinning around. And so moving forward, family, I'll go to the sixth dimension of wellness. And the sixth dimension of wellness, family, is going to be career. So with this dimension of wellness, simply reflect on, are you satisfied and fulfilled with what you're doing daily in your career? Are you satisfied and fulfilled with your work, And if not, it's time to go to the drawing board and determine what career or what professional field best aligns with your soul's purpose, best aligns with your spiritual gifts. You want to seek work, you want to seek fulfillment in spaces that allow you to use your gifts, that allows you to show up fully as yourself without you compromising any aspect of yourself, because it is in this state that you are most powerful, that you are most effective. It is in this state that you are truly doing your soul's work, because your soul knows no limitations, but the world consistently tries to put limitations on us, but our soul truly knows no limitations. And so life is a journey. Life is a spiritual journey. Life is literally a school in and of itself. Being on earth is literally a lifelong journey of being in school and being a student of life. And so again, family, with this dimension of wellness, we deserve to be happy every day. We deserve to wake up every day doing something and doing work that aligns with our core values, our core beliefs, and that aligns with our soul's purpose. Anything other than that is a waste of our time. Anything other than that, it will drain us, it will kill us slowly. And life is too short to spend time doing anything that is outside of the realm of our innate purpose. And I truly encourage you all, and this message is also for myself, to always pursue work that aligns with your core values, your core beliefs, and what you stand for, and truly work that aligns overall with what wakes you up every day, what gets you going, what ignites that fire inside of you. That's what we should be doing every day, and not wasting our time on anything outside of what really ignites that fire in us, family. And so moving forward onto the seventh dimension of wellness, family, which will be financial. So with this dimension of wellness, family, it's really important to understand local economics. It's important to build generational wealth for our families. It's important to build a legacy for our families. So even beyond monetary thinking, there is a such thing as non-monetary wealth as well. And so in this dimension of wellness, it's important to learn how to save, learn how to invest, understanding principles of business, understanding, again, as I mentioned earlier, local economics, understanding group and cooperative economics, as well as a community. And so, in the Bible even says that you should leave an inheritance even for your grandchildren. So even learning about estate planning, learning about tax planning, investment planning, these areas of finances that are very important and necessary to set up, a long-lasting legacy far after we've been removed from this earth, are really important and necessary for sustaining the longevity of our families. And again, even outside of the monetary aspect of wealth, I also want you to think about the non-monetary aspects of wealth as well. And so with this dimension of wellness, it's just all about managing and using the tools and resources that we're provided with, managing them in a way where we can create excess, where we can create room to grow, create room to live comfortably, to live abundantly, to live like the kings and queens that we are. And that God expects of us as well. And so again, family, with this dimension of wellness, while it is subjective, it is important to understand your local economics, understand the importance of building within our families and building within our communities. There's enough for all of us to succeed on earth. There's enough wealth to pass around. Humans make life harder than what it has to be, but when we understand and have knowledge of ourselves, when we understand and we're connecting with God and seeking God daily, and when we understand the true meaning and gift of life, I'm a firm advocate that this particular dimension of wellness becomes easier and it becomes more natural. And so next, family, I want to talk about the 8th dimension of wellness, which would be emotional wellness. So this one is directly aligned with self-control and self-regulation of our emotions. So it's important to lead, especially as a man, it's important to lead with logic. And so it's important to have self-control over emotions. There's a great saying that he who angers you controls you. And so you don't want to ever let a man or woman or anyone anger you to the extent that they now control you, because now you're in bondage to their words. You're in bondage to their opinions of you. You're in bondage to anything they do or say, because now you've allowed their existence and their energy to now anger you, which then controls you. So emotional self-regulation is extremely crucial to our success as human beings. It's extremely relevant when you think about even our mental health and physical health. It's all aligned. And so with our emotional dimension of wellness, truly understanding self-control strategies, understanding our triggers, and setting up systems that allows us to catch ourselves if a trigger arises, and understanding how different techniques or strategies to calm down as well. Maybe you resort to journaling, maybe you resort to self-talk and positive self-affirmations, maybe you resort to a healthy conflict resolution after you've thought about a scenario that attempted or almost pretty much provoked you to anger. So there's a lot of different examples I can give, but to keep it simple for this video, emotional wellness, just think about navigating our emotions, having self-control. And something else I didn't mention previously about this dimension of wellness, it also involves navigating our internal thoughts and feelings as well, because those have an effect on our emotional health as well. And stress management is extremely important with this dimension of wellness. There's also good stress and bad stress, and it's also important to really understand how to manage both stresses, both the good stress and the bad stress, because stress management is also a skill. And so this dimension of wellness is extremely important, because when we feed too much into our emotions, it blocks our cognitive health. And then once our cognitive health is compromised, we then lose our power. We then lose a peace of mind and a sound mind to make decisions that are informative and to make decisions that are relative to whatever it is we're trying to accomplish, and to make decisions within a realm and state of peace and clarity. Because when our emotions are all over the place, then that will create brain fog, it'll create anxiety, it can create depression. And then once these emotions arise and they magnify, our cognitive health is then compromised, and then everything that depends on our cognitive health being in its best state then suffers as a result, family. And so this all leads me to the last dimension of wellness, which is preventative self-care, family. So this branch of wellness is really all about loving on ourselves, taking care of ourselves. Are we going to sleep on time? Are we taking those rest days? Are we taking those vacations or PTO and putting that email on automatic reply, saying that we're out of offers or we're on a hiatus? Are you taking those days to go to the spa and get a sports massage or a full body massage? Maybe you want to take yourself out to get a manicure or pedicure. Maybe you want to take yourself to go out to dinner. This also involves getting those preventative health screenings as well. That's also falls within this category of preventative self-care, So just think about this dimension of wellness as all things related to self-care and self-love, and prevention strategies to ensure that our health, that we maintain and sustain optimal health outcomes for ourselves. And so, family, I didn't want this video to get too long, but those are the 9 dimensions of health, and they are all aligned because, remember, holistic health, every dimension of health is interconnected somehow, some way, shape, or form. So when one dimension of wellness is off, another one is lacking, or multiple. And so, again, family, before I end today's video, I look forward to you all tuning into my next video, which I will talk about my experience completing a 5-day water fast. And before I let you go, family, as always, I wish you all inner wealth, which we know is the overall state of our holistic health. Peace.